Yeah, I would adapt my mentality and try to get to his brain. But I could feel like I was better at it than he was.
You got a little bit of heat for turning up at the top and not racing.
I got a lot of heat. I didn't really care. Is it ethical what Bruni did to put pressure on Jackson, hoping for a mistake? When people don't even know and say this, I want to slap them in the face. I wanted to finish off like last man down the hill. Mic drop.
It's a dream.
We go home. I go have my baby. I'm the king of the world.
Hello and welcome. I'm sat here with one of the biggest downhill dogs there will ever be. Of the last 10 elite downhill world championships, he's won half of them. Of the last 6 overall downhill world cups, he's won 4 of them, very nearly 5. He had an incredible season in 2025, winning 2 World Cup races and actually leading going into the last race of the year. He's had an even busier off-season, surgery immediately after that race in Mont-Sainte-Anne, and a baby boy. Papa Bruni in the house.
Yeah, bro.
That was a good intro, wasn't it?
That was so nice. Wow. Makes me feel good about myself.
Hey, how are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, good. It's been quite a long 2 days with the cold and everything, but feeling good. Getting back into the routine, less physios and less trouble with the legs, so it's good.
And, you know, we're up here in the Pyrenees. We should talk about it quickly now. Cold couple of days. You said you've been up here racing against Tom Pidcock downhill, which has been eye-opening, right? You've enjoyed riding with him.
Yeah, I've enjoyed like getting to know him, because you never get to speak to these people. They're so busy, and at the races they don't really have time. And he's actually so chill, such a easygoing guy. And he wanted one thing was to ride mountain bike, but he had to ride road bike. So it was funny. We did what we could with the conditions. It was actually freezing out there.
Yeah.
But super fun 2 days, and I think I can say I made a friend.
So your World Cup season, mate, was brilliant, right?
It wasn't brilliant. It was solid. It's never brilliant enough for a rider. I think you can always do better. So I think thank you for putting it this way, but it could have been better, especially Loudonville and the last race in Mont-Sainte-Anne. So yeah, it didn't end up in the best way, but for sure, if I look back at it, it was a pretty solid season.
It was a really solid season. Like we said, you led into that last race. You know, let's talk about the early season first, and let's talk about your big rival this year. And I'd say it's the first time you've really raced Jackson Goldstone for a whole season, right?
Yeah.
And how is he? What was it like having this wild kid come out of almost nowhere? And we knew he's coming.
Yeah.
But like first full elite season, I don't think even I expected to see him win 4 in a row.
No, me neither. To be honest, even at the first World Cup, the one I won in Poland, he was not super fast or impressive. So I almost counted him out of the season because because he was coming back from the knee injuries of the whole 2024, and I was like, he's chilling. But it took him just one race to win again. So I was like actually impressed by that, and he just all of a sudden was back into his old self, riding like a bit carelessly, and everything was a success. You know, like every risk he was taking was going his way for 4 races in a row, and it was like super impressive. And I just didn't have anything against him. You know, like I couldn't find a way to beat him.
You couldn't. No.
I was close in La Tuile. I feel like I was riding well in La Tuile, but I made some mistakes that ruled me out of the win. So I had to make it happen in Andorra, like going back home after missing out on World Champs last year and trying to stop his winning streak, you know? So I was like, I had one thing to do. The one thing I wanted to do was to win. So when I crossed the line in Andorra, I was not even the last riding down, but I was just in front of him, so it was enough. I was so happy. And from there on, the rivalry...
Redemption afterwards as well. That must have been
so much redemption. So it felt amazing, and the rivalry really took off from there to the end of the season.
Yeah, it did, eh?
Because I looked at him, I was like, I'm coming for you, because he was leading at the time, and I could see him, he was like...
How'd you get on with him, like on a personal basis? Because you're massive rivals. But
but we're also like 2 generations apart, you know, like he's 10 years younger than me. So we have a different crew, like we don't hang out with the same persons, we don't have the same vibe really, but when I speak to him or when we have to, like when we are at the start or the finish, he's super respectful and an actual cool guy. So I get along nicely with him, but we don't hang out.
No.
You know, and I don't like to hang out with my rivals so much anyways.
I agree with you, yeah.
So actually, I got to know him a bit better within the season, having so much interviews and moments with him, and he's actually pretty nice. So I had a bit of a prejudgment where he was a bit like superstar, like since he's really young, like under the
all eyes are on him forever.
under the sunlight, the spotlight, and everything. But it actually is quite mellow and super nice.
And what is it that impresses you most about him as a racer?
As a racer, he just steps it up so much more from practice to his final run.
Does he?
So he's never impressed me in practice the whole season, to be honest.
He's not the fastest in practice.
No, it doesn't look good. He's stumbling on rocks, like he's not doing.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's making mistakes, and I don't know how he turns it around that well. He goes into finals and rides flawlessly, and a pace that only him can do, kind of, because he's like braking so late, being so light. He can brake so late, entering the turns with like massive speed and carrying insane momentum out.
Is his weight then? Because no one really, I've never ever in my life seen anyone corner like him. Is that because of his light weight that he can hit turns hard? I can't work it out.
I don't want to tell his weight is an advantage, because I think it is also a disadvantage in some areas.
Yeah, of course.
But his technique in the turns is insane, because if you look closely to some of his runs, there is the main line in most of the turns with like all the braking bumps and rough holes, whatever. And this guy is able to ride above that, all of these holes. So he enters the turn on this at the top of it.
Skinny bit.
Yeah, at
where
the
no
top
one
of
dares
it.
go.
Where no one dares, because the front end wants to do one thing, is wash over.
And that's consistent in a whole downhill run. He'll do that in most turns.
Most turns. Wow. And it's actually impressive.
And that's not something you know about it, but you're not able to.
I can't do it.
Have you? And you will have tried, right?
I'm the opposite. I would go below the holes more than above, because I'm scared of washing out. But going below, I'm always squaring up more.
It's a tighter turn.
And ending up in the braking bumps. So I'm not as good.
Flow around the top like that. Dude, that's quite a mad fact, isn't it? Yeah. That is. He's pretty hard to contain then for you, right? And
things, because he's so good, things are going his way. Like in Latrille, he landed on a rock, and I would have, with his riding style, his technique, and his weight, he broke his wheel but didn't flat. No, I would have destroyed my wheel and flatted on the spot, but he just went to the bottom and was fine and won the race. God. Like things were going quite his way.
He was unstoppable at that point.
So I think when the combination of that much talent, that much raw speed, whatever, and I wouldn't say luck, but things aligning for you, it's impossible to beat.
When you're on the crest of a wave and you're this big in berms that are this big, that's how it feels, right? Sometimes you just can't do anything wrong. You've been there. Yeah. Of course you have.
Yeah. And you see, after I beat him in Andorra, we had the summer break, went back to Léger. He had some time to think about it, blah, blah, blah. He got beaten, he crashed in Léger. It was not as easy anymore. I didn't have my best races either, but he was crashing.
Yeah.
So
feeling pressure, then you think?
Yeah, it was kind of the wave has passed. Then you have to recreate your own wave, and
is that how you see it? You're like, right, he was unbeatable then, but now I'm on level term. Like, yeah. Is that how you see it? And then I think you actually will change your mentality.
Yeah, I would adapt my mentality and try to get to his brain, talking shit like you guys used to do in the old days.
You do that to Jackson,
a bit in the media and on Instagram, whatever. He would do it too. Like it's fun, but I could feel like I was better at it than he was.
More experience.
Yeah,
you're not crumbling under pressure.
But it was fun because I took back the overall 2 races before the end of the season. Then it was all back in our hands. Like Jackson had to go flat out to catch me again.
Yeah.
And me, I had to.
Would you rather be leading or would you rather be chasing?
I think I'd rather be leading.
Would you?
I was in a good position. I was happy being in this position. But it was kind of reversed because I was putting pressure on him, talking a bit of shit, trying to get to him. And then now I was the one with the target on my back. So he could have used the same technique, let's say, but he didn't care so much. But in Lake Placid, we were both having a bad weekend, not riding super well. I was in, let's say, on level terms with him before the last split, which was supposed to be my type of split, like jumps and whatever. And I overshot, being so cooked physically, I overshot one of the features and cased the next one and lost heaps of time and crossed the line a second behind him. Oh. And he was so happy on the hot seat.
Did you look at him instantly and see his reaction?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
could
did.
see him in the corner of my eye. I was like, like it was hard to
Swallow.
Yeah, it was hard to see, but it was really fun, to be honest. And then at the end in the MSA, we were both having fun. Like it was pretty cool.
And you went into MSA with was it a 70-point advantage or something?
Yeah, 72.
72 points. So
Not much.
no, you really. Well, we're going to talk about what happened there, right? Because you got a little bit of heat for turning up at the top and not racing.
I got a lot of heat. I didn't really care and looked at Instagram when I was at the hospital or the day after coming back home to be with Caroline and stuff. But my friend Renato, which is working for the team and doing my Instagram, told me like, you should make a video.
I saw it too, yeah.
People are talking shit about you because you didn't show up to the podiums too. I was like...
Yeah, but now we need to explain that.
Yeah, it's difficult because it's hard to please everybody, first of all. And then people only judge with what they see.
Yeah.
So
but let's give the backstory on it then. Because you came into Mont-Sainte-Anne with a 72-point lead.
Yeah.
You had a nasty crash in practice, right? And it flared up or caused that hematoma in your leg. No arguing with that. You had surgery immediately after Mont-Sainte-Anne. Now, my understanding of it is, and you tell me if I'm wrong, if Jackson, did you only need to beat him or finish 1 point off him or something?
So, no. Jackson had to win pretty much to get his chances or be in the top 3.
He's never ever lost in Mont-Sainte-Anne as a junior or elite racer, I was told.
Because now, well, I can't say I was going to beat him, but I didn't ride.
Yeah.
So he was better, obviously, because I didn't get to try, but I think I had him on this weekend. So I was really gutted to not prove it to myself and show to the team and the world
to lose the overall,
that I could.
The record equal, fifth overall World Cup, which would have put you in the same bracket as Nico, Vouilloz and Aaron Gwynn. We'll talk about him in a minute.
But so
look at the grief on your face as I said it.
Yeah, it was that. Now it's good. Like I'm feeling better about it. It was really heartbreaking for a long time because I was just
what was the point situation then? If he won, you needed to finish right behind him.
I had to be third maximum.
But all the controversy came from you were at the top. You even warmed up, right?
Yeah, I was trying to warm up.
Probably going to be agony, I'd imagine.
Yeah. I was going nowhere. I know. There was no chance I was going to ride.
And you were up there purely to put as much pressure as you could on Jackson. No,
that was the first. The goal was to go up, hide a bit, so he wouldn't see that I was lingering around. But if Jackson was going to be 7th or 8th, I had to be last. So I could have done a run within 7 minutes. So kind of sitting down, like trying to get down. God. To score.
You would have got down.
Yeah, to score.
You would have got down.
Yeah, because I just have to be faster than 7 minutes. So it was doable.
Yeah.
But if he was first, for example, I had to be third. And man, to be third these days, you have to be 100%.
Yeah.
So when I went to the gate just behind Lucas Shaw, Lucas was like, good luck. I was like, yeah. Didn't tell him then. Didn't want to mess him around.
And the leg's hurting from the accident in practice. Like it's a serious problem.
Yeah. Like the pain I couldn't push through. It was like super hard. Yeah. I could have ridden maybe sitting down, not clipping in, to go down.
So you could barely even bend it properly. Or anything.
I couldn't bend it. Yeah, I couldn't bend it.
So this. To be clear, then, this was an absolute last chance at taking the overall. Like anyone in your position had to do it.
And to be honest, I have no... I remember seeing a video of Ben Cathro saying, is it ethical what Bruni did to put pressure on Jackson, hoping for a mistake? What do you think I'm going to do? My strategy is to hope for...
fly a white flag in the finish area.
Yeah, we're racing the whole season to the line now. Like, if he makes a mistake, he makes a mistake. I made one in the morning, crashing, so I can hope for him to make a mistake in finals.
That morning you crashed, wasn't it? So
And I knew that in qualifying I had 3 seconds, 0.4 I think on Jackson, which was it's big these days, so he had to push, so he could make a mistake. So the strategy was normal, like he can flat, he can crash.
Of course he can.
And then if he does, I don't need to drop in. But if he's first, also I don't need to because I know I can be top 3.
So and that was it. You made that decision when then, just as you got in the gate, or
as Jackson crossed, live timing on the phone.
That was it. You were done.
Fastest time. We fold the luggages and we go home. There was no chance.
Well,
and the time to go back up because I was the last rider down, right? I climbed back up to the gondola because the start now is lower,
Yeah.
So it's 300 meters lower. It's not so far. But the time to climb up, shake away the frustration, hug the crew, the physio was there, blah, blah. Get down. It takes like almost 15 minutes. Like, like 30 minutes, 35 minutes easy went down. And then the podium these days are within 10 minutes, 15 minutes after the race. So I went down.
You got a lot of heat for missing the podium.
Yeah, for not showing up. People.
Okay, listen up, people. This is why.
I didn't show up to the podium because I was actually not able to. I was going down in the gondola, blah, blah, blah. I didn't if I could, I would have been on the podium. I have no ego problems to be second. Like it's good.
You don't. No.
It's okay.
That's right.
But people are like, I can't handle it. Like every time I'm at the races, I'm trying to be like a good champion.
Yeah, you are.
Like take time for people. Like have good values, race fair, blah, blah, blah. And then when people don't even know and say this, I want to slap them in the face.
Damn right.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about?
This is World Championship, World Cup, mountain bike, highly professional sport. Do not judge me. I'm
going down with like the biggest disappointment of the year, of a long time. I can't make it to the podium, and you don't even know, and you just say that. I was over it. I went to the hospital, getting so many messages, like nice one, like actually it was super nice to feel the support. But I was like, I just cut my phone. I didn't look at it for like a month. There's so many messages I still didn't answer.
No way.
Yeah, I was like, I was over it.
Did you have so the end of the season, it was pretty negative for you then, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, it was not negative. It was not the end of the season. It was the last day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
just that one.
And it was not negative. It was just heartbreaking. And my way to handle the disappointment and the frustration was just like closing my eyes and not talk about it.
What hurt most? Not being able to race and beat Jackson in Canada, or losing that record equaling 5th overall? And were you aware? Are you aware of that being a record equaling overall?
Yeah.
You're into all the records.
We're doing,
you know all the stats.
Yeah, we're doing a documentary on it, trying to chase the records and stuff. So I knew what I was chasing, but I don't think about the records all the time. I want to race. I want to win. I don't want to beat Nico. I don't want to beat Aaron Gwyn, whatever. Like I do what I want when I can, and we'll see at the end. Like I'm not chasing records.
No.
But it was super. Like my one goal was to win the overall, so I didn't have to beat Jackson. But I really wanted to.
Yeah.
I wanted to finish off like last man down the hill.
And the last race
killing
of the
game.
Last race of the year in Canada.
Mic drop.
It's a dream.
We go home. I go have my baby. I'm the king of the world. Nothing went the right way. Wow. I missed the race. Barely saw my baby come to the world. I was 2 hours to miss it. So I had to change flight.
You weren't.
Yeah, it was sketchy. It was sketchy.
Man, you were under big pressure, weren't you?
Yeah. And then the roller coaster of emotions. It was crazy.
And it didn't end there because you came back to Europe and then...
Yeah, I came back to Europe, did some treatments. It didn't go well at all, and then I ended up having surgery.
And it was a blood clot again, and you had one of these before. Was it Lord?
Nah, Lenzerheide.
Lenzerheide, excuse me.
Leo Gang, Champéry. I've had it many times actually.
Have you?
I don't know what's happening. I haven't been able to find the origin of the problem, but when this happens, it's over pretty much.
Is it? Yeah, difficult for you. Looking forwards then, I know you're not chasing that 5th overall record equaling World Cup, but
I would like to.
But it's on your mind, right? Yeah. But to me now, right, it's definitely not, I hate to say it to you, going to get any easier. Jackson's come up, he's phenomenal, and behind him now next year, we've got, you know him better than I do, the All-Round twins and Ace of Amet. I mean, they are... Yeah. These guys are incredible talents. What do you expect them to bring to elite racing next? Are they going to be shy of winning? Or you think they're going to be straight in? Yeah, because they've been doing super good times, competitive times for 2 years. So they've had the time to have pressure, It's going to be hard, I think, because it's never the exact same race in juniors and stuff. So they will have to adapt a little bit, but they're coming for us. And it's not going to get easier, but that's what also makes it fun and makes the sport evolve and stuff. So I'm pretty happy to try to keep up. Is that right? You see it's still motivating for you. Yeah, is it? Sure. Is it? I'm excited to see what they can do and what I can do to beat them, keep beating them. Any of those guys will win World Cups in their first year? Yeah. They will? Yeah. Remember Jordan Williams and Jackson also won their first year. That's true enough. So it's doable, Yeah. And it's not getting easier, but it's doable. Yeah. But you haven't been to the World Cups lately. How do you feel about all of that? Well, I'm a bit out of touch with it, to be honest. I haven't really, to be honest, I still find it difficult to watch them, so I don't watch them, if I'm honest. I keep all my notes updated, so I have a very good understanding of what's going on, but I haven't actually set eyes on a World Cup race this year. From what
from frustration or?
I find it hard to watch them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be commentating on them if I'm honest. You know, I'm like, that bit. No. You know. Yeah. I try watching them with the sound off, and I still can't watch them. Yeah.
You just make a commentary at home, like.
Well, that's what everyone in my family would tell you exactly what happens. Really? You can't watch any sport with me because I'm just shouting about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's funny, but.
Yeah, I think I was super skeptical about Warner Brothers taking over.
And what's your feeling on it now? 3 years in.
I think they've done a good job on some stuff.
The events themselves look amazing, don't they? Like
it looks good. The racing is good. The live stream is pretty good. Like there is some like really good stuff, and it looks quite pro. But
the commentary.
Yeah, the commentary is much better than when you were doing it. Nah. To be honest, the commentary is the tricky one because you're so iconic that no one's gonna like reach your level, you know. So it's super difficult, I think, for anyone.
So I hope so. I hope so. I'm like you, mate. I'm a racer. This is competitive. Yeah, I want to be the best.
So it's difficult for anyone coming after you. So I think the best way would be for you to come and do it with him. But I don't.
I'm more than happy.
Okay.
We're putting it out there. If you want me, I'll come.
Cool. But for example, like the storytelling was, I don't know if it's because I was a Red Bull athlete, was a bit more.
With us,
with you guys, was a bit better, and I could feel like there was more story within the story.
I would say, and this isn't any criticism of the way they do it, but like, yeah, we invested a lot more. Like, we didn't just do the live broadcast, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole sport, I think, came under us, and we kind of built. You know, that's how I see. Yeah, that's how we did it.
Like
and now it's more of just a live broadcast.
You made it worth buying it. That's why they bought it, you know.
I was going to say, no one even had to pay for it when we were doing it, but yeah. You're right.
But the good thing is they're trying, you know, to make it profitable, but they're just like I feel like we are so much more busy at the races because the media request and everything has increased so much more. But it's more like to reach mainstream people. So it feels it's a bit hard sometimes to just like be a bit like mainstream too, and not be so like precise on digging a little bit like Elliot used to do or you used to do.
That's right. Yeah,
or like where you're coming from exactly, like what exactly are you working on to beat these guys? So it's like they need maybe a little bit more time. Let's be honest, but they're not doing a bad job. And we're going to Korea next year. We're going to Whistler.
Are you excited about the new?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been doing it for a long time, and I've been going to the same venues for many years too. So I'm excited to see new places.
And from a racer's point of view, one thing I have heard is that the tracks, because the racing is tighter, it is closer than it's ever been. Is that because the tracks are easier? The tracks, to me, they look a lot faster. Yeah. You're one of the older guys now. How you know these new guys coming in, they don't really know any different. But for you, how hard is that, or do you love it?
I kind of like it because the sensations are pretty high. You know, like you go flat out, but it makes it too easy. So everybody's level has kind of squished to like a small 4 seconds for Q1. You know, not even sometimes 2 seconds in Leogang. So it's 2 seconds to make it to Q1. It's nothing. So there is some things that are a little bit too easy and kind of made for TV more than for the riders. And it's not for safety or whatever. I think it's more like to look good on TV.
Spectacle, yeah.
So it's difficult. I like going fast, so I'm not having too many issues with it. The only problem is that we have to put more effort into taking time for media. Like it's actually like so busy these days and demanding energy-wise to be at the races. The team have to spend way more money to register, to travel, because we're going to go to Korea, we're going to go to far away places, and we have almost 10 rounds.
Yeah.
And then so far, there's no more money coming in. So it's not their fault, but the teams are making less money because the industry is like in the deep
hurting a bit.
And it costs way more money to the team. So it's a little bit this adjustment that needs to be done. In the riders hierarchy, also it's difficult because you have young riders like the Alran brothers coming up to the first year elite. They are worth the same amount of money as finals.
Yeah.
You know, like because Finn is top 3, top 5, can win any weekend.
Yeah.
But Max is the same.
Yeah.
So these guys will not put at the same amount of Finn because I take Finn as an example, but there's other guys too.
Yeah.
Because they're coming up into juniors, but their level is higher or the same as us, you know. but the price is way lower. So why will the company pay us more while they pay these guys half of what they're paying us? You know what I mean?
I do. That,
So
at the moment, actually is a situation.
At the moment, there's no more rules going on. It's a bit like a mess, I feel, financially. But the good thing is when I see like YT, like getting out, like the YT mob disappearing, like some teams struggling, I feel really lucky to be where I am.
Yeah.
And that's such a good stress-free
you ain't got to
advantage.
You ain't got to worry about the business. Yeah. You're there to do
We have
the job.
strong people, strong companies behind us, and it's good to rely on that and just focus on racing.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about it yesterday, like, maybe Asa is different because he's American, he's Red Bull, but the Alrons come up. Max is not going to pay the same amount he pays Loris or Amaury, except Max has the same level as them. He just hasn't won as much yet.
Is Max out of the twins? He's the better rider at the moment. Till had an injury, didn't he? Or something?
Yeah, I'm saying Max because Till is just as good.
I'm
saying Max because he's my favorite rider at the moment.
Yeah.
So I just get him as a benchmark. But
out of everyone, or out of the two brothers?
Out of everyone.
Is he that good?
Yeah.
That's coming from you.
Yeah, he's insane.
Is he really? Where's he from?
He's from a small city close to Combes, which is like where Miriam's from, approximately. But nothing is there. Yeah, there's no cities. It's like a village.
Is that right?
Yeah, they come from not much.
And they're just in at the sport.
They're just so talented.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Cool. You worried about him?
For sure.
Yeah.
I worry too much about too many people, but these two, I know they're coming. It's not even a question mark.
No. And what do you think about Asa? Because people have told me that Asa hasn't even started training yet. He's just a kid who rides his bike. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know. I have no idea, but I know Angel Suarez is in his team, Frameworks.
Yeah.
And then Angel is way more into setting the bike and development and stuff.
Yeah,
and
learn a lot.
When Asa comes, he has no idea what is what. He just rides.
He's just a raw kid.
So he doesn't know how much time he can maybe make with spending a bit of time on this link or this new suspension or whatever. So when they will figure it out, maybe they'll get even better. And that's when I'll retire.
How much longer do you think you got? You're still as fast as you've ever been, right?
I feel like
You are.
I'm the best version of myself. Like I'm just with a tougher competition. So I'm just not winning as easily, let's say. I would never won easy, but it's just getting harder to win. But I'm getting better every year. It's just everybody else getting so good.
That must be a good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
To get better every year. And still, you can still now, after doing it for so long, your first World Championship was 10 years ago in 2015.
Yeah. But I feel also like it's taking a toll in motivation, trying to find like more and more details to keep up. And
does that get tedious? Do you know the word tedious? Is that tiresome for you a little bit?
And it's fun in a way, but it's also tiring in a way. Like it's using a bit of energy, and I'm trying to find the right people also to change approaches and stuff. But I think I have 2 more years of contract with +1. So I have these 3 years where I think I can be competitive and I want to be. And I'm getting good money. So I'm going to do them as good as I can.
Yeah.
And after that, maybe think about retiring.
Is that right?
Do it differently.
3 years is a long time.
It's a long time.
The sport's going to change again.
Yeah. And maybe
over these
in
next
2 years, maybe I'm in the bin, like I'm not even fast anymore.
No.
You never know.
So, we're talking about the next 3 years. You're going to want to get that 5th overall World Cup title. You've been working, or we've made a documentary on you this year, right? You've been chatting. I don't know how well you knew Nico Vouilloz, but for everyone listening, he is, can I say, the best French downhiller of all time?
Yeah, for sure.
I can, right? Even in front of you.
I think he's
10
the
times
best.
elite world champion at 5 overall World Cups. I raced him. He was unbeatable. He was unstoppable. He even dominated more than you. That is correct. Sure. It was a different era, but
I think
it was insane.
You can take French out of your sentence. Like he's the best downhill racer ever.
No, that's correct.
Maybe he wasn't
the Minard?
Yeah.
Wow, good.
Because
I'm glad we're getting some clarity on this because
Minard is insane. Like the way he was lasting for so long and winning still when he was older and stuff was crazy. But he raced for like 25 years, 28. Nico raced over 10, 12 years and he won everything during these 10 years,
Yeah.
So it's like he won way more than Minard did.
The intensity
half
of
the
his
time
wins was, you're right when you put it like that.
So even if it was a different time, bro, it's still quite impressive. And for me, it has more, even if I don't want to take anything out of Greg's achievements and stuff, it has more value
and it's
to anything else.
It's valid. Dude, it's just because it was a long time ago. There's
Yeah.
no getting away from 10 elite world championships.
Yeah. And
7 elite and 3 junior. Excuse me. So you're 2 off him on elite world championships. That's correct.
What kills me though, that's why I said I'm not going for records, is that he's the best of all time for me. He's won the most world championships. And you talk to a kid these days, he has no idea who it is. Who he is, you know?
No
so it's kind of like,
idea.
what are you doing it for? Like the records, what is it really important for, you know? So I just want to have a good time, make a good impression on the generation.
Records stand until they get broken. It's immortality in a way, isn't it? So during the making of this series then, I guess you've always been aware of Nico. Was he part of the Kanye Samur bike club as well or not? He wasn't. He's not one of the members.
Nico was always really discreet and
different
in his world. But someone like Fabien, for example, was always super happy and wanted to share his knowledge and his experience. Nico didn't care as much. He's doing his thing and he didn't like to be under the spotlight.
Very private.
Doesn't like to talk so much in public. So I've always knew Nico.
And he was unpopular. If I'm honest, Nico, because he was so private, he's not like you. He's, like you're a people person. You put it out there. He didn't. And he was disliked.
I know.
Mainly because he won. Honestly, we all hated him.
I know.
Because no one could beat him. And that's the bloody truth.
I feel, actually, I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
Not mad, like...
You can be.
I think you're a bit of a you and some other guys of the old times.
We were anti-French,
because
it's true.
You were mean to him.
Probably.
Like, you were mean to him. Like, it was not your fault. But, it's like in school, the guys first of the class is a bit annoying.
I'll tell you who was mean to him. Palmer.
Yeah.
Now, I think we were respectful.
But you were Palmer's buddy. Like, you were in the same crew.
I wasn't like Palmer actually hated him. Palmer actually... When he beat him in Cairns, he was celebrating in the World Championship. Palmer walks up behind him and went, "Oh no, there's this photo." Yeah, like he was going to attack him. Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah,
times have changed.
And because in the making of this documentary this year, we've been talking about some of the things like this, and I think that's also why his career was so short, because he wasn't having fun. Like he was winning and he was a winning machine, like trying always to push the limits of technology or whatever.
Yeah, he did.
But he didn't hang out so much. He didn't have friends at the races. People were talking shit about him, like they were mean to him. So he was like, I've won everything. I'm going to go. 28 years old.
I'm going to go and drive rally cars.
Yeah.
Do that brilliantly
and
as well. But
imagine if you guys were a bit nicer.
Was he 28 when he quit? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
And you've spent some time with him, right? Just for everyone listening. We all know he had a massive crash a little while ago now, and he had a really nasty concussion. Spent a lot of time, I heard, sat in a dark room. But he is recovered.
He is recovered. He's almost 100%.
Oh, thank God.
Maybe it will never be ever as it was, but it's like if you talk to him, if you ride with him, is all good. And he's normal and he's just getting a bit tired quickly. So he needs to maybe keep training a bit, but he's back into his whole self, and it's so good to see because he was really struggling. Yeah.
Did you go riding with him at all during this period, or is he?
No, he couldn't ride.
Not back a bike. No, forget it.
Now we did a bit of riding for the documentary.
You did, yeah.
But super short.
Yeah, gotcha.
He's not. He's not. Yeah, he's still insane.
Yeah.
And he still has the same style as back in the day. It's cool to see. Like he kept his style, I think.
Yeah.
Like sitting a bit, knees out,
Yeah. That's interesting. Right. He was different.
Yeah.
He was accurate. He was amazing. I don't want to load you up with any pressure as we come towards the end of the chat, but you've got 3 years left. You need 2 world titles, 2 more world championships. So you can only lose 1 out of the 3 years. And I think we all, I know I want to see you get to 5 overall World Cup titles, equaling Gwyn and Vouilloz. I still find it hard to believe you don't really care about them records, but that would cement you. You are one of the greats, and you do belong there, mate. You are absolutely. You've dominated the last decade of downhill racing.
I'm not. It's not that I don't care about it, because if I'm reaching their level, I would be so proud and so happy. But I just don't want to make it an obsession.
Look, so you won't use that as a motivating factor.
No, but for example,
next 3 years, that will not be a thing.
It is a thing.
It is,
but it's not the main thing.
Gotcha.
But for example, the last 2 years, I've wasted opportunities at World Champs, and it's pissed me off so much.
You were close. You were 2 seconds up in Andorra, right?
Yeah. And I crashed towards the bottom,
That one hurt, mate. That one hurt me, because then I was like, he probably won't get the Vouilloz record of 7 elite. It's true.
Yeah,
we talked about it.
Yeah. And this year the same at Worlds. I could have been lucky with the bike.
In Champéry,
we only have 1 chance per year. It's not that many, so it's difficult. And then next year it's Val d'Isole. It's a track that I've never really mastered.
Yeah.
So how am I going to win this?
Yeah.
So it's going to be difficult. I'm going to try.
Sometimes you can be at your best though when it's like that.
Yeah. And I would like to make it happen, but I'm just, if I stop tomorrow, I also would be super proud of what I've achieved without reaching their level or their amount of titles. It's still pretty cool. And yeah, I've been fighting. Like when I arrived in the World Cups, it was Stevie Smith, G.
That's right, man.
And then the Gwyn era, and I was fighting Gwyn at his best. So it was pretty cool.
That's incredible when you say that. That's right. That's how long you've been at the top.
Yeah, and then I've had like big rivalries with Amaury also, and now Jackson. Like it's cool to be always.
You've always.
Up there. So
you've not had it easy, right? You've not had a period of.
Never. No one has ever had it easy. I think there's always someone.
Probably.
That's gonna help making it hard, But at the same time, that's what I like. If I'm not having any rivalries, I don't have the spices on my plate,
Yeah, you need something, right?
Yeah, and it like.
How's having a baby going to affect things out? Is that going to motivate you? You're going to probably be a little bit more tired.
I don't know. How did it affect you?
It affected me. I don't even know how I got through it.
Really?
I don't know how I got through the first 3 years of children's life.
When you were going on a ride.
I used to say, I'm going practicing on my motorbike trials bike. I'd put it in the back of the van. I'd be like, right, I need half a day. I got to keep riding. I'd literally drive. Well, actually, within a quarter of a mile of my house, there's a very secluded car park that I would park in, go to sleep, and then drive home a few hours later and be like, yeah, well, that was pretty good. Yeah, man, but you got to look after yourself when you're an athlete, Bruni.
I know. And my girlfriend knows, like, we go out and we take risks. So if we're not sleeping well and anything, it's dangerous. So
yeah, that's right.
She's agreed, let's say, to handle a big part of it, which is good.
Yeah, you got a good one.
But I hope that it won't affect me too much. And I hope that I can just make the most of it instead of being scared and whatever. But it's different. I feel things I've never felt before,
Yeah, you will feel that you should.
Like looking at her, even with the baby, my baby in her arms, and then looking at him, it's like things that are new. So I'm still trying to process it, find the balance.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard, but it should be fun.
Well, Loic, always a pleasure to sit down with you. You're a personal helicopters here to whisk you back to Andorra.
Yeah, I got to go.
You got to go, mate. You got to get back to the Bambino.
Yeah.
Good luck over the next years, mate. I'll be there watching.
Thank you, bro.
I am one of your biggest fans. I like seeing you.
Thank you so much. I hope you'll be back at the World Cups. Eventually be around, or at least commenting.
I want to be commentating. Yeah.
Commentating.
Yeah. All right, mate. Bon chance.
Thank you. 3 fist bumps. Damn, he likes me.
I do. Merci. So, as ever, an absolute pleasure to sit down with Loic Bruni. And I know, Elliot, you unfortunately couldn't be there. You will be gutted to miss out on that one. You know just how intelligent he is, how brilliant he is, not just as a rider, but like as a dude, right?
Oh, man. Yeah, I think that is the thing that always strikes me about Loic is the way that he is on the bike, the perfection, the craft that he has. It translates to everything off the bike and the way that he thinks about the sport. I tell this story all the time, but the moment, I think it was in 2021, when he was battling for the overall with Amaury at Wyndham, sits in the starting gate, and you talk to him after, and he says there were fans, and Jack, my mechanic, was behind me, and I said, yeah, give me the pressure, because I have to win, and I want every single thing you've got. I want all of the pressure. And I was like, that is some mindset. That's like the Michael Jordan. That's like some of the greats of sporting history,
Yeah, that is, like we say, the rider, but his mental game. That is what sets him aside, maybe, in a world of ever younger, faster riders coming, he's still there, and it's a brilliant podcast. It is. Yeah. Sorry you weren't in on it, mate. I really am. But you could chat to him for days.
Well, Rob, on that note, I want to talk about some of the great moments from our season here at Just Ride. Is there? We've had so many of them. We've had like it's just a wide range of guests. I think that this season 3 was definitely my favorite. We traveled to some amazing places. Is there anything that stands out to you?
Well, there's one thing that stands out like a sore
I know exactly
thumb.
what you're going to say.
Yeah, that massive mountain I pedalled up. Yeah, that. I still am so pumped on doing it. I loved it. It was the greatest.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about the film. It was just the greatest achievement I think I've ever done. And I am going to do another one now. That's my thing every year now. I'm going to do a grand tour. You're coming on the next. Let's do next year. We'll do one together.
Okay, I think I'm keen. Like, there's nothing quite like a good road climb, and I was, like, in a weird way, like a bit jealous of the feeling. I know the feeling of accomplishment that you get when you like go. I've never done a climb as big as Ventoux, mind you, but
not I till then. No, it's on another level to anything we've ever experienced. You don't stop pedaling for 3 hours. When's that happen? Like, you can't coast, not for a second.
Oh wow, yeah, that was really cool.
Wild.
It was I really liked that format as well. It was so cool to that we got to see, I guess for me, like on a more meta note, like getting to have another like Rob adventure. See you training, so you go and like hang out with Emmanuel's dad, get tested, have all of these people giving you advice and stuff like that.
The pressure was on. Huh? We had the world's best on the phone, Pidcock and Garen and all those guys. Oh my God! Yolanda sent me a message.
What did you think of Pidcock? I mean, we got to interview him as well.
What a brilliant dude, eh? And this little project in France, we just spent a few more days. I just spent a couple more days with him as well. Do you know what? The one thing, Bruni was blown away by how good Pidcock is on his bike. He was on 100 mil, the Pinarello, like the basically the full rigid race bike. But he was following Bruni down a track and sent some doubles on it and that. And there was this road gap there, mate. It was the size, honestly, it was not far off Red Bull Hardline Wales road gap.
No.
It was discernible difference, I would say. Yeah, it was like I was looking. It wasn't far off. It probably wasn't quite as long, but it was definitely, I reckon, as high. Honestly, luckily he didn't have a downhill bike there, or it was on. And now he's gonna ride. He wants to come back and hit it. And I think, Tom Pidcock's management, red lights everywhere. Yeah.
Well, I mean, both times we interviewed him at the end of the season a few years ago, and then again this season. And both times, the confidence that comes from the guy.
He'll do it.
It's downhill. I love it. I mean, okay, he's back. It's funny because on one hand, I think Tom Pidcock has this... He has this incredible confidence, and like sometimes it almost comes off as like is he cocky? But it's like, but then when you get down to it, it's almost like he's humble. You know what I mean? Like everyone, you have Loic Bruni, who we just talked about is one of the greatest downhill racers of all time, and everyone's heard Tom Pidcock talk about his downhill skills, but then it's almost like he undersold it.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Let me tell you, my favorite moment was completing the Red Bull tandem roller coaster in Orlando.
Just yesterday they put a new clip out, and it was more on your cam when we crossed the line. But I remember screaming, not harder than I've ever screamed. The Senate, it was the biggest relief not to go in. I don't know why,
totally.
but your reaction, I think, was even more. I hadn't really spotted it before. You were absolutely pumped, right? It was the greatest thing we've ever done, wasn't it? Wasn't it, right?
I was so nervous. Before we dropped in, because I was like, what do you mean? Like, surely I can't go in the drink, There's no way that I can fall off of here, but I feel like I might fall off. And then we get going, and I immediately clip my pedal. Because I would
send me forwards, mate. I was like, we're in trouble here. We know we're going off the side. It's high here too.
Well, because then I was like, I made us go and practice a bunch of times in the parking lot, and I had my shifting down or whatever, and I was like, okay, I got, and then, I went and pushed my pedal, doing exactly like I've trained, and clipped my pedal, and I was like, I've blown it. I've immediately blown it. And then I started getting head shake. You see the clip. I get head shake, massive head shake. And I was like, hold it together. I used like all the strength that I ever had, went over the roller. And then I started to,
Powered back.
I felt it, got back, tapped into my old World Cup downhill and locked in, and started to put some power down and crossing the finish line. I was like, I'm the best there's ever been. There's no, what can you do?
From where I was sat, it was
we did it.
From where I was sat after the first pedal stroke, which was awkward, it hit the ground. It was a faultless performance. The confidence returned immediately. It was, and we did pick up speed, and it wasn't easy, was it? It was nerve-wracking, right?
No.
It could have been awful to go in. I did not want to go in there. There was turtles in there the size of cars. That's what they said. And there's definitely going to be some crocodiles in there, truth be known.
I love it. I was cracking up in the video because afterward I looked, and then like, here you are, one-handed through some glasses. I was like,
the glasses, the glasses were impairing me. They were like goofy ones.
So good.
I felt bad I threw them in the lake though when I watched it back the other day. I was like, that is littering, so apologies. But it was an emergency. It was a sporting emergency, right? It was like a tear off in a supercross. Like it had that. Yeah, I was steaming up.
Oh, that's so good. I mean, I feel like it was really cool for me to actually see that side of Red Bull, and see. I mean, I don't know how to say it. It feels a little bit weird, but it's like there's a lot of love for what Red Bull does, and you like kind of see people coming together over something like that. I mean, we got to meet so many cool people, Dwight Howard, to just see kind of the range, and then afterward, right, like go to the parties and see a different part of the country. It was super cool, and I know that they're planning on doing some more in the US next year. Red Bull, if you're listening, send us over there. All good.
Yeah, I'm all in. It was one of the greatest things ever. It was amazing, wasn't it? Right? I think I actually want to build the bike a bit more next time. Maybe like be hands-on and actually construct it. Right?
I think that would be.
I'm not very good at that stuff. But
I was going to say I think it would reduce my chances for sure if I set a hand on it, but would be cool.
It would be cool. Hey, who was your favourite guest then? Let's put you on the spot.
There's so many. I mean, Chris Kyle's story was amazing. That was so cool. Patrick Bro, Lanterne Rouge was so cool to see that path from a fan to, the head of strategy for one of the best road teams.
Running it.
But my favorite was Dan Bigham. He... Can I call him the ice-eating lunatic? Aero lunatic. The ice-eating aero lunatic. I think he'll be all right with that. I've never met anyone like him. That is insane. That is insane. I mean, just the amount of knowledge that he has around sport, around, what he does. And the thing that was really cool to me is that you have somebody who's, this amazing engineer, but then, like you said, he's also set the hour record, and because he's so nerdy and thinks so much about it, he's like, I bet, I realize I can eat a bunch of ice to cool myself down, and then I can go faster, and I had to think about, brain freeze and everything, but
2 kilos, wasn't it? Was it 2 kilos
crazy.
of ice?
It was crazy. Yeah, I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, it was mad, wasn't it?
I've been talking to so many people about it, and I really hope that maybe we can make that connection. Maybe next season, him talking about the aerodynamics and like how many seconds are up on a downhill racetrack, because people haven't thought about aerodynamics as much. Like if they're still finding time on a road bike when everyone knows about aerodynamics, and they're still finding time, there has to be time up on a downhill track.
He would, with the margins as small as they are now, I mean, they always have been, but like, he could actually change the sport in one foul swoop.
Totally.
Like, no one's really done the aero game. Like, skin suits, speed suits. Yeah, we did them in the 90s. No, we're talking like listen to that podcast. This dude is way beyond
you
all of that. Like, he's just so, it's like, it was absolutely, I remember it now, and I was like, someone's gonna win by 5 seconds if you had to look at their gear.
Like it's so true. Like if you are, whether it's always breaking the mold on something, right? Like now, with the weight on the bottom of the bike, people going to different size wheels, like somebody always has to do something that looks or feels a little bit off, and you get ridiculed for it always. But then it becomes the norm because you start winning.
Yeah, that's right. Like 32-inch wheels.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Another thing. No, it was, what a brilliant year of podcasts. Of course, doing some at Rampage as well. That was like another level as well. Wasn't it? Yeah, what, brilliant, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and it's been amazing having you guys along, the listener. It's been so cool to hear you guys comment, to see all of the things that you've liked, what you've enjoyed. And I think that one of the things that's special to me about this podcast is that it feels, it does feel like a community effort, like bringing things in. And we want to keep doing that. We want to ramp that up. So, make sure you comment on the YouTubes, make sure you subscribe, make sure you send us a email, justride@redbull.com. for any sort of feedback or questions or guests that you want to see, because we'll be back for season 4 in 2026.
Is it season 4 already?
Season 4. How did
Rob?
Okay, how does it feel to be going into to be a podcaster? Did you ever in your life think that you would be a podcaster?
No, I didn't. But I probably didn't really want to do them when we started 3 years ago, to be honest. I mean, we know that, let's be honest. But I thoroughly enjoy them. I thoroughly enjoy it's the access you get to people, right? Like, that you'd never normally get, the stories we hear, like, that's what's so cool about it. And everyone we chat to has got a story and has done something incredible, so we're privileged, and it's it's great fun. And thanks to everyone for listening along. It's cool, very cool.
I think that's a perfect note to end on. I couldn't agree more. And from both of us, we will see you next year.